Hello and welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen and I am here with the September Mad About Mini Paper Pads as well as Scraptember 2023 Day 16. And Day 16 is for paper tearing. And for the Mad About Mini Paper Pads, I have this Pink Paisley Whimsical paper pad that I want to get some more of this used up. I do have some scraps over here I'm going to use as well, but I'd like to get some of these papers taken care of out of here. And I have this picture of me and my friend Beverly from my scrapbook retreat back in the middle of August. And I have this Let's Get Crafty and this Crafting with My Nomies. One is Photo Play and the other one is Simple Stories. And so I'm going to use those for my embellishments as well as some things from this little paper pad. And then I've got this black background paper I'm going to do all of my stuff on. So I've got my papers, my embellishments, my pictures. So let's see how this goes. So I decided that a lot of times I will do a full cover and tear the 6x6 in half and then cover where it connects in the middle. So I want to do something a little bit different. I really 100% honestly do not plan most of the time when I sit down to get started scrapbooking. Unless I am following like a sketch or a scrap lift, and even then I still kind of wing it. So I have no clue what I'm doing right now. Honestly, I don't know how far I'm going up. I don't know what patterns I'm looking at. I really was just using what was left over that was big enough to work with in my scraps and then just going from there. And you will see that I do that a lot, especially if you're new here. That is pretty much the way that I document because it causes me stress to plan too much. And this is not stressful for me. Like I don't want it to be. And when it becomes stressful for me is when it becomes less enjoyable. And that is by no means what I want. This is my mental health outlet. And so I do whatever I can to keep this fun, lighthearted, and as stress-free as possible. So I am using more torn paper to build a background mat for me to put my picture on. I did trim my picture of me and my friend down a little bit, maybe a 1/2 inch in length and maybe a 1/4 to a 1/2 inch in depth. I wanted it to fit nicely on this paper that I have made out of torn papers and 6x6 papers. So, and then I matted it on in this darker black colored butterfly paper so it would stand out a little bit better. And then I put it down and leaving the top and bottom unattached so that I can tuck. So the paper that I tucked on the top and the bottom of the picture is scrapbooking equipment and tools like scissors and glue guns and pens and pencils and paintbrushes, things of that nature. So I wanted to make sure I only had a couple scraps of that paper left, but I wanted to get them on here because obviously this is a very fitting layout to put that on. This is at our retreat, like I said earlier, in August, mid-August. And this is the first time, even though we only live in about an 1.5 hours away from each other, this is the first time we met in person. And not the last, daggone it. So I decided that I was going to decorate these empty spaces with words because one of the 6x6 papers in this little paper pad is a bunch of words. And it's things like, oh so pretty, inspire others, fun times, good day, creativity, sparkle and shine, magical, so creative. All of those are words that either fit the weekend or fit my sweet friend Beverly. And so I wanted to kind of decorate with those, but also add little icons from our craft. So I added like the little glue and the paint, a glue gun, a tape dispenser, and that so cute little gnome. Most of those are from the Crafting with My Nomies by Photoplay. And then I decided I wanted to tuck something into these little torn papers. So I decided to use one of the pieces of scrap paper that had tags on it and just cut those out. And I'm going to tuck them in and then put little enamel dots to cover the tag holes, because no naked tag holes. But I wanted to try and get as many of those on there. So I think there's 4 of them, 5 of them. And I just really kind of like the look of just having those tucked in there. And then I just take all these extra enamel dots and kind of scatter them everywhere. Normally I do the whole cluster of 3 here, cluster of 3 there. But I really just did one cluster of 3 at the bottom, and then they're kind of scattered everywhere. And I really love the way this turned out. It started out kind of chaotic because I wasn't sure what I was doing, but I really do love all the wordy bits. And I will do some journaling on that little rainbow note card underneath that says take notes. And I really do love how this turned out. So I hope that you all will go check out the rest of the creatives who are hopping along with Mad About Mini paper pads, where we try and use up as many of the different smaller papers that we have. And of course, Scraptember, there's a playlist for that. So I hope you'll go check that out. Lots of inspiration to be had there. This is such a fun, full of character layout, and it's very fitting of my sweet friend Beverly. So I hope that she loves it too. So I hope you all have a great day. I hope you'll come back and see me again. I love it if you would subscribe if you haven't already. Comments, I always will comment back. I hope you all get a chance today to do something you love with someone you love, and happy scrapping.